to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I've got to say I'm delighted for the first time to be joined by Aaron Bowen. Aaron, you've just signed with MATCHROOM and Eddie Hearn. I've watched you in the Commonwealth Games. Before we talk about all that, how's things, mate?
Yeah, all good, thanks, mate. Ready for my debut now, so yeah, all good. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Like I say, I'm in the gym myself here. Like I say, it looks like I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm not. I'm in a toilet, but it's the only place I get peace and quiet in this gym. Yeah, you're making your debut on the February 18th in Nottingham on the Wood versus Lara card. Yeah, you've signed by Eddie Hearn and MATCHROOM. Before we talk about that, for people that don't know who Aaron Bowen is, obviously you had that extensive amateur career. I believe you're a 4-5 national champion, 5-time national champion. Yeah. And like I said, I watched you in the Commonwealth Games, win a bronze medal. So for people that don't know who Aaron Bowen is, just break down sort of what you've done in the amateur ranks.
Yeah, like you say, five national titles. Got a youth Commonwealth Games gold, senior Commonwealth Games bronze, 3 nations titles, Haringey, and then went on GB for about 18 months, picked up some international experience there, got a couple of gold medals, 1 silver, and then, yeah, finished with the Commonwealth bronze.
Was it always just sort of plan in your head win a medal or don't win a medal in the Commonwealth Games to turn pro?
Yeah, I always had pro on the mind. I wanted to get the GB career in, though. I thought that was important for my pro career. I thought, pick up some good experience, travel around the world, get to box, some of the best boxers around the world. And, it's hard over them countries, you're back fighting 4 or 5 days back to back. So I thought I always wanted to try that GB route and, push on for an Olympic medal, but didn't quite think I could make the Olympics after, losing to Bevin. And I thought, while I've got a medal in my bag, I thought I'll go pro, while it's hot. And so, yeah.
Listen, I want to talk about that fight with Bevin because if you forgive me for saying that, you started the first round very, very slow. And I thought like in the second and third round, it was like a little tear up, and it was a tear up, but there was some neat punches going in when you catch him with the left hook and he was hitting you with the right hand, if I can remember correctly. If you had just started that first round a little quicker, or
yeah,
are you kicking yourself about that, or do you?
Yeah, that's what I kicked myself about that, because I did start very slow and lost the first round 5-0. And I don't know. We spar a lot at GB, the lads you box, so I thought it was going to be different in the first round, but in a 3-round fight you can't do that. So just about I got my tactics slightly wrong there, and I kicked myself for it a bit, but I was chasing it then, and I thought I had a good second round, and then it got a bit wild in the last. But like you say, it was quite high skilled. There was a lot of good shots landing, and I wish I had a round more, but there ain't another round, is there? So unfortunately, he got the win.
There is in the pro ranks, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's better for me, hopefully.
Like I said to you, I had an interest in the Commonwealth Games, especially the divisions, because obviously I'm a Scotsman and I follow the Boxing Scotland squad, and I know I'm friends with Lazzarini, so I watched the fight closely. So I watched the Bevin fight with yourself very, very closely, and I watched your quarter final as well. I think it was the Indian guy, and I mean that was a grueling fight in itself. So when you look at, but from the outside looking at them 2 fights that I saw you in, plus obviously your round of 16 as well, or 32, whatever it was. I get the opinion that you're a come forward, aggressive style, but you are a boxer, puncher type. You can box on the back foot if you choose, but I feel like you feel more comfortable on the front foot. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, I feel like I felt I am a boxer, but I do like to go and like that second and last round with Bevin or Akash Kumar. I feel like that's more my style, a bit of a box fighter, like so. But yeah, I do like I can box a bit, but I do like to fight as well. So I'd say I mix the two. Yeah, I do. I would rather be on the front foot. Yeah.
Like I said, it's like you'll eat one to land 2 or 3. You don't mind taking a punch as long as you can land your own at the end of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's the sort of style I'm going for a bit, you know. And I feel like over the longer rounds, I can sort of implement that and make that work for me with my size as well.
Yeah. Well, that being said, that produces that, especially if you translate that into the professional ranks, it's going to be a fan friendly style. You're going to be that style that the crowd are going to be in the edge of the seats and watching you, because you've got that sort of aggressive, calculated style.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I sell a lot of tickets, and professional is an entertainment game, isn't it? So I also I like to please the people that are coming to watch me, and you know they're paying their hard-earned money, and I also enjoy that style of fighting. So if I can make the fight exciting, that's what I'm going to try doing. You know, give them. It's not cheap, the pro shows or everything at the minute. It's not cheap. So you know, I want to give them a good night, and I like to bring the fight. So I feel like it's a win for everyone that way.
Definitely. Well, let's talk about then. Your professional career is going to be kick-started probably in 2 weeks' time, or just over 2 weeks' time, on a huge world title fight in Wood versus Lara. Before we talk about actually your pro debut and how you're feeling, you signed with Eddie Hearn last month, a month ago, I believe it was, or 4 weeks ago, and Matchroom. Easy decision to go with Eddie?
For me, yeah, I've always wanted Eddie. He's I've always wanted that since a kid. You know, he's the first boxing show I would have seen, and you know, so I've always had Eddie in my mind. Obviously, there is other good promotionals, but for me, it was always Eddie. So when I got the offer, it was almost straight away yes for me.
Obviously, you're from Coventry. Are you ready to bring the big time boxing to Coventry?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, there's some good lads coming through, and it's hopefully I'm sort of flying the flag a little bit, but there's some good lads as well, and you know, our city get behind us, which is massive, and so and the Midlands is ain't had a bit for a while, has it? So it'd be nice to bring a big night back to Coventry or the Midlands, like.
Good stuff. Yeah, like I say, you're making your professional debut on a huge card, huge world title fight, the first UK show for Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and DAZN. So what can we expect from you then? Like I said, we talked about your style, that aggressive style. I know you're coming up against one of these journeyman type that might turtle up and be hard to open up, but can we expect much the same in that aggressive, come forward, calculated style?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to look for. I've got a decent opponent. I think he's had a 50-50 sort of record, and I wanted a challenge early on. I didn't just want someone sat there. I said, you know, I want to be tested early enough, like, so 6 rounds straight away, and he will come to win and he'll come to swing, which I'll like and the fans will like as well. So one of us is going to get caught, and hopefully it's him, like.
Listen, that's me. I'm a boxing fan first and foremost, and
Yeah.
Listen to that as a fighter that wants to go in there and swing, and that, like I said, yeah, it gets the juices flowing, it gets the mouth watering, and all these fans that sit on the edge of the seat, and they like that sort of style, which is going to be interesting. And but I believe you were light heavyweight in the amateur ranks. That's 80 kilo, I believe, isn't it? So that's almost like light heavy in the pro ranks. With the day before weighing, could you make super middleweight, or is it going to be light heavy in the pros?
I'm going to try. I'm actually trying middleweight for the first one.
Middleweight, wow.
Yeah, because I was a bit of a lazy amateur, and I thought boxing over the 3-4 days, I like my food, so I didn't want to diet too much. So I wanted to stay at what I felt was good, and I felt strong at light heavy. So, but you know, with the day before weighing, and I'm walking around quite light now, which is better. So I'm going to try middle first few, see how we go with that.
That's a stone and a bit, is it not?
Yeah. So, but I was always, as an amateur, I was always walking around about 78, 79 kilo. So, and that was wild on GB and all sorts. So, super middle was a bit easy. So, you know, I thought I'll give middle a try, see where we're at with that.
Well, boxing at light heavyweight and boxing these big boys at light heavyweight in the amateur ranks and all the international fights that you've had, going down to middleweight, do you think you can still carry that power down there?
I was so far so good in camp, you know. Like I say, super middle was too easy. I was 3 kilo after 3 weeks out of the gym over super middle. So I thought that's very comfortable there. So we pushed down to middle, and it seems to be working fine in the gym, you know. Hopefully it all goes well on fight night, but for now it feels good. So I just got to keep that going and see if I can bring the power with it.
Obviously, Eddie Hearn puts on loads of shows in the UK, even out in the US. He takes some of his UK prospects and fighters out to the US and all over the world to fight. Spain, we've seen him do it with his fighters. So looking into the calendar year, this 12 months ahead of you, what are you hoping for?
Box as much as I can, as many fights as I can. You know, I think 5, 6 fights is not too much. You know, as much as I can, try pick up as much international if possible. You know, get a good hard fight in as well. You know, I want to move quite quickly, so I want challenges pretty early, which is better for me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting career ahead of you. But one final one for me: you sell a lot of tickets. We know what the Nottingham crowd bring as well when there's a fight night down in Nottingham. There's a huge world title fight against a tough Mexican in Lara for Wood. So what can the fans that are going to be in the arena and the fans watching on the zone, what can they expect from Aaron Bowen in his pro debut?
They will expect a good boxing match, but I'm coming for the knockout, so bit of both. I'll be looking to box early, but score the knockout early as well.
There we go. That's what we like to hear. Listen, Aaron, absolute pleasure to speak to you for the first time. Enjoy your pro debut. That old saying, you only get one. So enjoy it, mate. And unfortunately, I won't be at Nottingham, but no doubt I'll probably catch you at a show very, very shortly. So enjoy it, mate, and I'll speak to you soon, brother.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Thanks, mate. Bye now.
Thank you.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.